Scathing report today by the Federal Monitor calling out APD's reform efforts. News 13's Rachel Knapp is here with the details. Rachel?
Jess, while the report says APD has made progress, there are other areas they still need to work on.
After more than 6 years of assessing and critiquing changes at APD, the independent monitor says he still sees too many cases of officers using unnecessary force, and that APD does not have an appetite for taking serious approaches to control excessive or unwarranted uses of force. APD's Chief of Police, Harold Medina, says they do take this seriously and adds that one of their problems is they are still reviewing a pipeline of old cases, which makes it tough for them to review an issue in a timely manner.
It's hard because of the fact that we've identified these trends. They're not real time. We've never given them corrective action. It's something they've been doing.
But Chief Medina says they've been proactive in changing their use of force policy when they do notice trends. The report also states that APD routinely fails to follow its own written policy on discipline measures, saying that instead of using an 8 to 32-hour suspension, they'll use a written reprimand. Chief Medina says they're working to rewrite their discipline policy to ensure that different types of violations are addressed differently.
So, for example, if somebody doesn't dock their camera and an uncompletely related policy violation, such as somebody gets in an accident in their unit, plus somebody misses court. So you have three completely unrelated topics. In this system, it is said that should equal an 8 to 32-hour suspension. And that's not the case in a lot of agencies across the nation.
The monitor constantly moves the goalpost down.
Albuquerque's police union says the monitor's report is not reflecting the good in APD.
He's using constantly in every monitor's report inflammatory language to describe very, very minute, minuscule things.
While the ACLU says APD has taken some steps in the right direction, they say they expect excellence from this department.
If there are problems in the way the department uses force, you can bet there are problems everywhere else in the department, and that people are not being held accountable to policies in all other parts of the department.
The report also recommends the department needs to be better staffed. Chief Medina says some of the expectations are unrealistic because of the number of officers they have, and that it takes time to train people when they get moved to a different division. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Rachel. We'll post the full report online.